1.
Game resumed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nova Sports.
And MaximusBlack.
And we're bringing you another normal game sent to by fans to www.lag.tv. LAGTV is the place to be. Go and join Lag Nation and use the forums where you too can be like Jeff and I here on the live stream for the last 10 minutes talking about the UFC and boxing, because why not? Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yep.
Hit me up with the sound when you watched your probably least favorite UFC fighter and my favorite UFC fighter get knocked out in the last fight.
Oh, shit! Yes, he fucking did it! Oh, man! Bitch! Bitch! Keep being cocky! Keep being cocky! That's what happens! That's what happens! Yeah! Weidman!
I imagine that's pretty much exactly what happened.
No, that is exact. I was by myself too, and I went and followed him on Twitter. I went and followed him on Twitter.
You got hype. You got hype alone. Alone hype is the best, because you know if you're gonna get hyped by yourself, that's the most hype you can be, because you stop caring that you're even alone. You don't
give a shit.
You get hype anyway. Like you give props like by yourself in a room, which is kind of the most depressing thing to sound ever. That you get up and get so hyped, but hey, that's when you know it's good. And you've enjoyed yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, down here in the bottom right-hand side of the map we have Mr. Red Terran XD Broer, which is one of the worst names I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Bro.
I'm gonna say this is a foreign pair of gentlemen. And up here in the top left, we have the blue Protoss. Jeff, what is that?
John.
That's probably relatively close. I'm not gonna lie.
It's probably like
silent.
It's probably like Dijon, but I'm just.
I was hoping that you were gonna say Dijon, like the mustard. I was really hoping you were gonna do that.
Dijon.
This is definitely not fucking French, but it doesn't matter. Up here in the top left, that is his opponent, Mr. Blue Protoss, who is opening all sorts of standardish stuff. Mr. Black, on this map, which I'm assuming you do not have vetoed. I actually kind of like this map as well. What are your feelings on this map for PvT? What do you normally do here, sir?
It's a really good map. You can do lots of things on this map.
Is this a proxy map for you against Terran?
I do it once in a while, but this is a good macro map as well. You can one gate expand very easily against Protoss, and then drop obviously your robo. It's very similar to the last build that we saw. The PvP one gate expand. It's a similar build opening, except you don't get sentries. You can get one. You just want to go ahead and get. Typically, what I like to do is get the Nexus very quickly. So I build a Zealot, but I actually don't let it finish unless there's pressure. So what I do is I wait till it's at like 90%, and then I cancel. And then I have enough for my Nexus. Once my Nexus drops, I then get out a Stalker and Chrono Boost it for the Reaper that's going to hit around 410.
Right.
There's no Reaper happening this time because he's doing a really fast one-on-one. Could probably see some Hellions. Yes, there's the Hellions. But that's essentially what I want to do. So one gate, expand, get the Stalker, then possibly get a Sentry if you want. Drop your Robo, 2 more gates. Just really depends on the player, what you're more comfortable doing. Some players need a little bit more reinsurance, so they'll still get the Zealot and the Stalker. It'll just slow down your Nexus, but you'll have a little bit more of an army. But if you're playing at the high level, you really have to be, a little bit greedier. But you have to make sure you get that Robo so that you get an Observer, because we're seeing a problem right now with this guy's build, is he doesn't have a Robo or a Forge. So if these Reapers were actually Widow Mines, and he had a Starport down, which he didn't actually go 1-on-1. He decided to go ahead and get an expand, and he dropped with a medevac, and he had 2 Widow Mines. You're countered. What do you do? Right? You're dead. So that's the problem with what this guy's doing right now. It's just like he's 4-gating Blink all in.
I was gonna say, well, it's
a bad build order he's doing right now too.
It's a bad time, bad build order, getting the Blink and stuff out now. For a moment when I looked up there, I didn't click on it. I thought it might have been 5 gates, but it was a Twilight Council that was happening.
Yep, and now he's dead.
Yeah.
Now he's dead.
Now he's in up shit's creek without a paddle, because here we go, 4 Hellions doing all sorts of terrible things to his butthole. Oh, the units kill. Oh, the workers just. Oh my God. He didn't even try. He didn't even try to move.
He needs to run these Hellions, man. I know you've done a lot of damage, but at least make him even worth more. There you go.
There you go. Well, he made a small effort.
How do you come back from that? He needs to do serious damage with these stalkers.
You come back from that by doing absolutely huge damage in the terms of either getting rid of SCVs or, more importantly, I feel at this point, getting rid of like the tech rab. The tech rab, the tech rab, and the tech rab and the reactor. I feel like, in my opinion, again, I don't play Starcraft, so what the fuck do I know? But this early on in the game, as soon as a Terran has the ability to make mules and such, getting rid of SCVs is great, and obviously always going to be beneficial. But at this stage of the game, getting rid of that tech lab and reactor, those kind of things, maybe pick off a supply depot, is way more damaging to the Terran than trying to get rid of workers. So here we are. He's just picking away at things, doing random blinks and shit. Dropping time warps for a single Marine that isn't actually going to get killed. And this Widow Mine is awfully close to doing terrible, terrible butthole damage. Yep, there we... Oh,
beautiful
what?
blink. Beautiful
what?
blink. Beautiful
what?
blink. Yes, dude.
Oh my goodness, oh my damn, oh my goodness, Dijon just got put on some ham.
Yeah, this is some really sexy blink happening right now from,
wow.
From our man Dijon. And he's going apeshit crazy. He focus fired that Marauder, which is really nice. The reason why he did that crazy blink there at the first ramp is he was trying to entice this Widow Mine to actually go off. And as you can see, you can easily blink away from it. A lot of people don't know you can actually do that, but I love doing that shit. In fact, you almost have to, because when you're doing a blink all in against Terran, chances are they are
Widow Mines. God.
There's another beautiful blink. The only thing I don't like about it is he's blinking all of them, and that just goes to show like his unit control probably isn't, you know, super good, but the fact that he's doing it is still impressive. When you only really need to blink the one that's being focused, right? The closest one to the mine, and you can just blink back the one and get away from it. But the fact he's still doing it is nicely. Just if the Terran smelt that, right, he could just stim down and start mowing down your units, and your blink is already up for all of them. But that's just me nitpicking. That's all. Like, there's a stim there. You're gonna lose some Marine or some stalkers, and there you go. That's what I like right there.
Yes,
one by one blinking. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. Beautiful blinks. I mean, he should not be in this game right now. The fact that he lost like 14 probes at the start, and you're up against a Terran that had, what, 2 orbital commands? You should lose. Like, you should not be winning. But the blink here is glorious.
Oh, he lost one. Oh, he lost 2. Hey, whatever. You can't be perfect.
It's okay at this point. He can just go behind the mineral line, start sniping off everything. And considering that his blink was about 30 seconds late, his build order was really sloppy, and the fact that he got caught by all those Hellions, that in itself is impressive that he's still alive in this game, and he's winning by a huge margin. Beautiful.
No, these stalkers have been putting in work, like non-stop, all day, every day, and just doing terrible things to him. He was smart, like he was saying, getting rid of that barracks, sometimes getting rid of the production facilities for Terran, more important than getting rid of the workers because of the ability to build mules. Here we are with some stutter step with these, getting rid of all these things. These stalkers, this lone group of stalkers, there are some stalkers there with 15 kills.
Yep.
Putting in work, 16.
And they're going to get a lot more. They're going to clean all this up. With proper blink, you should be able to clean the majority of this stuff up.
I think he stopped caring, and he's just going to say, hey, I'm just going to bring in more later. I think that's what just happened there. Or not.
There it is. He's going to clean it all up.
There it is. The one remains.
All we have left is Widow Mines and
that's the one with the most kills, too. 19 kills. He's putting in work.
That's a hero.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Look at that. Now you can see exactly how many Widow Mines he's up against, which is actually quite a few. He's got, what, 5 here in total.
I would have loved to oh, that was beautiful. Did you see what he just did there? I know it wasn't needed because he had the mothership core, but he blinked over to the edge so that those stalkers could get vision so that they could blink up. That's cute. Yeah. Whenever you're doing blink micro like that, you always want to leave one stalker up so that you can continue to blink up, and then you can blink that one stalker down.
Yeah.
Because the moment you lose vision, obviously you can't blink up to the high ground, but he has the mothership core here. He hasn't even used the mothership core yet. There's been like no time warps except for that one at the start. The fact he still hasn't gotten an observer either. I think if the observer was here, it would have been game over already. That's why when you do a blink all in, you actually only need 3 gates. That's all you need is 3 gates, Obviously, your Blink, your Mothership Core, and then once you're doing significant damage, then you
Robo.
go ahead and get your Robo, and then you can bring the Observer. And in most cases, when you attack, typically your Blink timing wants to hit around 740, and you have 12 Stalkers. This was a little bit of a not so good Blink, but it made up for in build with beautiful Blink Micro. So this is really good. It can just go to show your build doesn't need to be perfect as long as you have decent micro and you know what to focus fire and when to focus fire it. I mean, you're in the clear.
Yeah, look at this. He's not even paying attention to workers or even units. He's just picking
Beautiful
away.
Blink. Look at that shit.
Look
dude.
at the Blink just all over the place,
Look at that
making me
shit.
cream my jeans, and I'm not even wearing jeans right now. That's how good this Blink Micro is. Getting rid of everything, picking away at these Marauders. Down it goes. There is not a thing to be found here for this Terran at this point. He just needs to GG and GTFO because he has lost. I think the Terran's in shock that he's even in this predicament after the amount of worker damage, because unlike the Terrans, if you do worker damage to a Protoss, you pretty much you take command of the game.
You pretty much dead.
Yeah.
You lose 14 probes at the start of a game, and considering that he had like 3 Widow Mines there, like at any other Protoss normally would just die to this, but it's the Blink Micro that's really saving this dude. Every time that he was about to lose a Stalker, he was blinking away from it. It was
that was a bit crazy, but he did it anyway.
It's just Manor Blink at this point. He pretty much knows he's won this game. He's trying to build over here in the mid-right.
Yeah.
He's been there for a while. I mean, this is just... dude, this is borderline BM. When you take an ass whooping like this, you just GG out and you just show your respect.
You just say,
Move
hey.
on.
You say, hey, owned. I got own.
Yep.
I accept that. Time to leave. He really does need that Observer, though. Has he built the damn Robo yet? He does. He does.
Oh,
and he
come on,
has
dude, don't throw away your Stalkers here.
And he does have an Observer as well. So he can start moving that down here any day. I don't think he plans on it. He's not moving it yet. Just kind of just said, there we go. Now it's on its way. All right, so he's going to actually bring that stuff down here.
So as you can see, his blink was really intensive. So he macroed pretty damn poorly.
Pretty
his
brutally.
Nexus is just halfway finished now as natural. So I mean, yeah, that part's really sloppy. I think that's the diamond in him coming out. But you know, the master level, borderline GM level blink is really really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't individually blink on the mines, but individually blinking there with the units shows you that he has amazing unit control. Certainly a level of unit control that I haven't even seen out of Masters players who just know how to macro, like you were saying, but don't necessarily have the unit control that this guy has. So he's going to go back in here and finish off this refinery. He obviously knows that there is another orbital or something on the map somewhere. The Terran player actually starting to build up forces again, which is not great. And
the
he's
fact
got
that
Widow
there
Mines
is 4
going
fucking
into the
Widow
base.
Mines going in there.
Please no. Please no.
I mean, if he throws this game right
Please
now,
no.
I'll be very disappointed.
That'll be some MLB level throws. Oh dear, those two on the right might actually accomplish something.
They're gonna get a few.
Nope.
Oh no,
Wisely
that was nice.
sends them back. All right.
Yeah, gets a few kills there, but the couple of cannons are finishing up, so there's only so much he can do. He can plant these up top, but there's already an observer out in the field. Of course, he's still got blink. No, it's not gonna happen. But there's a decent army over here for Bro. Decent little army.
Oh no, this is you can't. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see some epic blinking to kill this army. If he doesn't just straight overrun them. He might. He looks like he send his stalkers back. I don't know if he plans on like killing the mines in his
Can't
base.
underestimate those marauders though. It's Stim. I mean, those
you gotta be
those
careful
bad
with
boys
those
will
things.
eat up stalkers like cookies.
And the Protoss hasn't upgraded until, I mean, he's like, as you can see, he's just a little over halfway done on both. And luckily neither has a Terran. Otherwise,
No, I mean,
a plus one either way would be actually quite substantial right now.
The 1-1 here for the stalkers are gonna come into handy, very very handy, very quickly. We're gonna see an attack here. I'm still giving the favor to John. It's still gonna. I guess it really depends on how good the blink is. If he just sits there and like aim moves, these stalkers are gonna get melted. I mean, that's a lot of marauders, dude. That is a scary amount of marauders.
That is actually 11 marauders in total.
12 and only
12?
19 stalkers. This actually.
12. Oh, I didn't get the 12th one when I double clicked the first time. There you go, 12.
This is, and there's no mothership core. This is.
No.
Oh yeah, there is a mothership core. Okay.
Okay.
He has one, but I mean, this is still very scary for the Protoss. The Terrans coming in and starting to melt these Stalkers apart. Some decent blink, but blink will only do so much for you. These Marauders are tearing a strip into these Stalkers, and really, is he going to lose this game, Adam?
Please
is he
no.
going to lose this game?
Please no. Not today.
Unbelievable.
What do we say to bro? Not today. Come on.
Unbelievable.
Come on.
A perfect counter in unit composition for bro. John still got his natural way too late. Upgrades way too late. No Marauders.
Oh, man.
Didn't even know, I don't think.
Oh, come on.
Had no idea that, okay, yes, he knew that the expand was over there, but didn't even get a Marauder out of there. He sat on minerals the whole time. He got way too cocky with that blink, and I think he just overcompensated for the actual damage he did. I
just died a little on the inside.
I can't believe that. There you go. Stim is a powerful thing, and
actually-
Marauders will melt Stalkers. And Blink will only do so much for you. Will only do so much for you in that case.
Yeah,
Holy shit! And there you go. Well, this is why he's still a diamond player. He's got to work on. You got to work on that macro. They got to work on it hard. And the game would have been his if he would have just left the base. He started dancing around with those 4 Widow Mines down at the bottom right after the whole base was dead. If he would have just went up and countered, it'd have been GG. It just game over. And he had nothing. He was even dropping like extra supply down the supply call down on the supply depots back there because he was supply blocked. And I mean, every time extra supply gets called down, a child dies on the planet. And you know that Terran's in trouble when he's doing that. You just go over there and kill him. But no, he waited, and beautiful play by bro, just getting the majority Marauders. And just stimmed and won.
What I'm more confused about is there was a lack of a freaking immortal.
Yeah, and he had so many minerals. 2 immortals there. Just all you needed was 2.
You win.
2 immortals, GG.
You win the game. You know what else would have won the game? Just going and finding the other guy's base.
And it would have been nice if he used the mothership core as well. Didn't even use overcharge.
No, he would have won in that case too.
He probably would have won in that case if he would have just did some defensive blinks and just let the mothership core just and focus fire each Marauder with the mothership core. He probably would have won there too. But nope. Chuck Testa, he got really sloppy and found himself dying to the stim and win. I love it. Well, I mean, I don't love it, but
no.
I you know what I'm saying.
Oh, this is some MLB level throws right there. That is a $15 million a year contract to pitch for any given baseball team. It's the level of throwing in this game.
Yep.
I will say one more reference to Game of Thrones jokes. You know nothing, John Protoss. Maybe?
Don't ever do that again.
Maybe? Did I not say it with the weird accent? You know nothing, John Protoss.
Don't ever do that again.
John Snee.
Oh, God.
You know nothing, John Snee.
Don't ever do a disservice of Game of Thrones ever again. I'm gonna let this one slide for you. I'm gonna let this one slide. Hold on.